damn canoe.
No,
Floating
Josh!
down the river.
There's no canoes here.
Time for his trip, so
No, I asked him, and he said, "Oh, we're doing it like a month early."
hell yeah.
But
Well-
this isn't a show about canoeing. It's a show about paranormal drunks.
How's the
take
table
over.
cold open? This is What You Think, America's only paranormal podcast where we get drunk and you can get drunk too. I am here with the most rootinest, maybe Putinist person in the room right now. We got Isaac.
I have a couple flatulence earlier, but I checked the situation and we're code dry.
we're code dry over here. You know what's not dry? Jason's humor. How you doing over there, buddy?
Dude, we're doing good. We got the beautiful new studio over here for this episode, thanks to Isaac.
What happened to the old one?
Our boy is going to tell you a little story.
Well, let me introduce him. We got Mr. Moldy Ceiling himself, Joe Squeal.
Josh, what happened to your ceiling, babe?
My whole ceiling fell in and could have killed me, but it's okay now. I'm in a hotel.
Wait, can we set a GoFundMe for that time?
We could, just send all your checks payable to Tyler Quinn, and in the subject put "not for Josh."
Yeah. You think how much money we got if he would have died in that horrible ceiling disaster?
Next time he does die, we just got to make sure we
Wait,
monetize.
we can edit this and edit him out, and he's just dead.
Yeah, we'll just say that we have his ghost in the pod.
Wait,
Wait a minute.
that'll be a new story. So we're at a new location right now. We're drinking Mickey's. We're drinking Arizona hard green tea. We have Corbel. We're drinking Chelada.
Yuck.
We have engine oil gin. We have Pecatonica beer and some Hawker Shore right now. But I think someone special's got a story for us today.
Jason?
Oh, I got one for it.
If you don't have one, I have something. And I'm a little special too. I'll go right ahead, Jason. You're right. So
Doesn't seem fair at all.
we were just talking earlier. A lot of us have traveled to a lot of places, right? We've went overseas a lot. What's one of the things that you always see, like if you go to Europe or some towns, like there's random
Mountains.
Gargoyles.
Mountains. Jason?
You got ladies of the night hanging around.
Whoa.
Well, this is
vampires?
about a lady.
Is he talking about vampires?
This is about a lady, but not a lady of the night. This is an apparent Virgin Mary sighting that happened in Necedah, Wisconsin.
Really?
They make the manhole covers.
No, that's Nina.
That's neat.
Ah, I almost had it.
I thought the same thing yeah.
So anyway, we're heading right to the heart of Wisconsin folklore with this. Well, folklore, faith, and controversy.
Ooh.
It's a good old rural spectacle. It's the Virgin Mary apparitions up in Necedah. It's a tiny town that somehow became the site of one of the largest religious gatherings in our state's history. And yes, this was real. Tens of thousands of people went up there. Some saw a blue mist. Some apocalyptic messages.
What?
What
There
kind
are-
of apocalypse?
Yeah, what's he talking
We'll
about?
get into that.
A taco?
What year is this, Ty?
We'll get into that.
Ah, I'm scared.
A bishop said, "This ain't true."
Was it Archbishop?
Just a regular one.
Oh, well, what's he know then?
Well, because the farm wife said, "Absolutely, this is true." So if you listen out there, make sure you crack open a cold one and let's get on listening. So Isaac, you asked when this happened. It started November 12th, 1949, when Mary Ann Van Hoof, or is it Hoof?
Van Hoof.
Do you say Hoof or Hoof?
I say roof. So I would also say hoof.
What would you?
Probably, right? No, I actually do say hoof.
But you say roof.
I'm thinking about that right
You
now.
don't say roof?
I say both. I'm
I-
ambidextrous. I could say both.
I say if it's a verb, you roof a house, but you could be on the roof.
But you're doing roofing.
Yeah, I need a new roof.
Thing.
Hey,
Wait,
get off
roofing
there,
or
fella.
roofing?
How about you write in and tell us what you think about the roof situation? But anyway, Mary Ann Van Hoof
Roof.
was living on a farm outside Necedah. She reported seeing a mysterious figure in the hallway late at night. She didn't tell anyone for a month, though. Her husband, Godfred, was the first person to suggest, "Hey, you think that thing that you saw might have been the Virgin Mary?"
Or it was just a normal ghost?
Well, you never know.
Or like actually not? What do you mean? What
Well, it could have
thing?
been nothing. He suggested it could have been the Virgin Mary. Out of all things out there, it was definitely the Virgin Mary, not my mistress sneaking out.
Oh, man.
So
Deep.
5 months later, on Good Friday, April 7th, 1950, she said the crucifix in her bedroom wall glowed, and she heard a voice telling her to ask the local priests to have the community pray the rosary every night at 8 p.m.
That's pretty baller.
Right? The voice promised to return when the flowers bloom and the trees and grass are green. And the back of Isaac's pants could be too. But
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know about you guys, but if my crucifix started glowing, I'd probably assume something was going on. I don't know if I would be like, oh yeah, that's the Virgin Mary, but
You think that it's like something like divine, or at least like something a little bit more powerful going on there.
I mean, not something you usually see in Necedah. So later that year, on May 28th, 1950, Mary Van Hoof says she saw a blue mist hovering over 4 ash trees in her yard. As she approached, the mist formed into a beautiful lady. Isaac, you look intrigued.
I'm just doing a Mickey's riddle. Ty, keep going on, baby.
That's okay. They's kind of tough, fella. They're made for tough people. This became the first public apparition of the Virgin Mary here. She then said the Virgin Mary told her she'd return. On May 29th, May 30th, Trinity Sunday, which is June 4th, the Feast of the Sacred Heart on June 16th, the Feast of the Assumption on August 15th, and the Feast of the Rosary, October 7th. She must have been a little hungry or something.
Lots of feast in there.
Yeah. So word spread fast, and by June 16th, there was over 1,500 people there waiting for the Virgin Mary to show up. By August 15th, 100,000 people gathered, still considering this the largest rural gathering in Wisconsin history. They're just out on this farm in Necedah.
Just waiting for this to come back in the hallway.
The blue mist and the Virgin Mary to show up. So imagine, like,
That'd be creepy.
You're like their neighbor. You're like, what the hell is going on?
Those people, they started some sort of cult.
Right? Thousands of people went there. So then Mary Ann started relaying long messages from the Virgin Mary, often stepping to a microphone to tell people what she heard. Basically, it was pray and pray hard, or else. America needs to repent.
Boy.
The Korean War is a warning. The Soviets will invade the U.S. Alaska will be the first stepping stone.
Well, that's just common sense.
I mean, Red Scare was pretty...
Hey, she never said when.
That's true. Could still happen. So these messages connected Necedah to earlier apparitions in towns called Fatima and Lipa, creating a sense of global community. So other sightings were happening, and people were also hearing kind of these apocalyptic type of messages. So
But all these sightings and stuff, they wouldn't known about each other at that time?
At that time,
they?
no.
Yeah.
They connected it all after the fact. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the miracle of the sun.
It keeps
Or
me
not.
warm and handsome.
So on October 7th, 1950, many in the crowd claimed they saw a miracle of the sun, similar to Fatima, spinning, dancing, changing colors. Others saw absolutely nothing. Half the crowd is shouting, "It's a miracle." The
Those
other half
without
is squinting
faith.
yeah.
Probably a bunch of Protestants.
And everybody else is kind of like, it doesn't look like anything crazy to me. So then the church started investigating it. So if you're Catholic or know about Catholic stuff, they have to come investigate miracles and all this other stuff. So a bishop from La Crosse launched an investigation. And in 1955, the bishop declared the apparitions were false and prohibited Catholics from participating in any sort of worship or even going to the site.
Interesting.
Well,
So they shut it down.
They shut it down.
What, even the farmers couldn't go there, Ty?
They couldn't go there. I don't know. They probably could.
Got evicted.
I mean, it was like a
Get
dairy
out!
farm this was on, right?
What's that?
This was like on their dairy farm?
This is just on their farm in Necedah. I assume it was dairy, probably. So the church basically said the phenomenon were indisputably faked. Mary Ann and her followers refused to stop, by the way. And in 1975, the bishop placed them under interdict, basically making it they can't do their holy sacraments if they're Catholic. So the only thing they can do is confess to sins.
Yep.
They can't get married. They can't have their last rites. They can't have anything. All they can say is, I did bad stuff. And he was hoping they'd probably say this and he'd probably let him off. But
So is that like basically the last step before full-on excommunication?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically you have to go and do confession for the thing you've been called out for, and then you can receive your sacraments.
so after the interdict, Mary Ann and her supporters all left the Roman Catholic Church and aligned with the old Catholic Church movement, which I'm not sure what that is, Jason.
I'm
I
not
don't know if
quite
you
sure
can
what
look it
that
up.
is either.
Yeah, I can do.
Can we get a quick research on what the old Catholic Church movement is?
They built a very large shrine up there and multiple smaller shrines.
Is this based on the mini schism from switching away from Latin masses?
I'm not sure.
Some of it, it's like mostly like it kind of makes sense because it was like Van Hoof or
Mhm.
what was her name?
Van Hoof.
So like the old Catholic movement is like primarily from like the Netherlands, like from like way back when in like the 1700s, and really started growing around like the 1870s.
Oh,
So,
but it's like an old.
Yeah, they reject that the Pope is infallible and all that kind of stuff. Well, they maintain the traditional sacraments and operate independently from the Vatican, basically.
Interesting.
So, like all the dogmas that the Pope throws out, they basically are just like, nah, no, things like that. But
So, yeah, they don't agree with me, so I don't agree with them.
exactly.
So they built a large shrine, multiple smaller shrines. They built their own church, and they had their own order of nuns called the Sisters of the Holy Face. And
Did you have to say it like that?
that's how they said it.
Yeah.
The Necedah then became a full-blown religious enclave. So scholars have analyzed Mary Ann's experiences through psychological, sociological, and religious lenses. One study argues her visions helped her make meaning from an emotionally deprived childhood and became intertwined with community needs. So she thought they were lacking religion. I don't know. She was traumatized growing up, so they think she kind of created this to cope with that. But, that's what some people think. Some people actually saw some things up there.
What? Can I ask a question, Ty?
Yeah.
When she was receiving these things from Mary, how was she seeing her? Or just like telepathically?
She was seeing some of the things. So she saw the apparitions. She was hearing Mary talk to her. So there was times where Mary would talk to her. She saw the glowing cross that was in her house.
And like a lot of these were during the time that these masses of people were there, or not?
No.
These were all
Most of the big things. So she would hear Mary talking to her, and then she would say in the microphone what they were saying. So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she said also, everybody should give me a scratch off. Go to the gas station. Buy
Six-pack
me-
of Mickey's.
go get a scratch off.
But there was like one of the early ones that she had too that was just like, oh, Pope Pius XII is going to get sick or something about. And it was maybe like within 5 years, he started having a lot of serious illnesses.
That's because popes are old generally.
He was old man.
I mean,
It's kind of hand wavy, but
it's like the Nostradamus-y type of stuff, right? Like if you're purposely vague, something's going to happen, right? But yeah, I guess I didn't know about this.
I didn't know about
We
this
have a lot of
either.
weird culty church things in Wisconsin for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
A lot.
But this isn't the only Virgin Mary sighting, I think, in Wisconsin. 1 second. I had it pulled up before.
Well, if you seen a normal ghost, would you recognize it? If you looked exactly like the Virgin Mary, would you know what that looked like?
Would you trust that it's not just a ghost taking the form
Demonic.
of it? Right.
I'm gonna just I don't know if we're seeing ghosts. I think there's probably some I don't think they can just show up as the Virgin Mary.
But you don't know. You don't actually know what the Virgin Mary looked like.
I have no idea. Is it
you
like
know.
a chick in a white dress?
You tell that to all those statues in the half cut out
Like
bathtub.
you could just see a chick in a white dress and be like, that's
Could be.
ghost.
I mean, I had a buddy, Ramon. This is a side tangent and might be an interview someday. But when he was a kid, him and his aunt, that's like kind of like was his sister growing up because they're close in age, were outside in Lake Mills, and there was a lady in white crying by the
that
water.
happened in Lake Mills?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Is it, like,
terrifying.
related to the pyramids, maybe?
No, there's a lady in white crying by the little pond behind their house, and they ran over there to see what was going on, and she turned around and had no face, and they ran away, and the grandma was basically like, yeah, that's like she knew what it was. I'd have to look up and see what it, but it's like,
I thought that
Yeah,
story
isn't that
happened
just-
in Mexico.
no,
No.
this happened in Lake Mills,
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
I don't like that. I love
Yeah.
that town.
They saw La Llorona
Yeah.
here in
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Oh, that's
So-
scary, Ty.
Beside the point. So that's a lady in white.
You can't just,
Obviously not one that
that's scary.
you thought that was in Mexico.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought
No, it was in
that's
Lake
why I
Mills.
wasn't scared. I'm like, oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
But now that it's a place I go
It was in
to,
Lake Mills. And that's the weird thing is that is like a Mexican lore, like that, not a cryptid, but like a ghost that
Yeah,
is in their
It's very,
folklore,
very common throughout all the culture.
but ended up seeing it in Wisconsin too. Kind of crazy.
Mexican, Wisconsin.
Yeah. But
Arlington?
back to the other thing. I guess, what do you guys think of this? Think the lady was crazy? Think she saw something?
Who you asking first, Brett?
I'm asking you, Isaac. What do you
Me?
think? Yeah.
Ah, I think it's a line of Kapui.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
she
think
probably
was a
seen a ghost
shyster?
or something. But, you know.
So you think she saw something?
Oh, I don't deny she saw something. Yeah.
Okay.
Ghost something. But, like, then her husband just puts that little bug in her ear and she gets this rant and then she starts to see that people are, like, following her. That's like, that happens. It happens all the time with cult leaders.
Yeah. I mean, do you
She could have
believe
started a cult easily, basically.
she kind of did?
She kind of did.
I mean,
So-
what about the crucifix glowing and that kind of stuff? You think that was?
No. I think she sees a ghost in her hallway because her house is freaking haunted. And that's it.
Okay.
There's no special.
Josh,
There's the blue mist, though. Hey, I ain't done. There's the blue mist, though. But there ain't no glowing cross.
the blue mist turned into a lady, though.
Yeah, she's just a ghost.
Okay.
She's just manifested. She's getting enough
Sounds
energy.
kinda
They
good.
didn't have, like, microwaves and refrigerators back then, so she had to really struggle to find energy to turn into a
Okay.
real full-bodied ghost.
Josh, what do you think?
You know what? Contrary to my usual beliefs, I also kind of think this one might be a little bull honky.
High five, Josh!
Care to elaborate, or is that it?
I think, did they hear the high five? I think that's
Okay.
elaborate
Jason, what
enough.
do you think of this one?
Okay, I feel like you left out one of the most interesting details about this place.
What the heck is that picture?
I wanna see the picture.
So that's like Satan getting pinned by the archangel Michael. That is like a statue over there. But so one of the other features over there are some statues of Jesus accompanied with George Washington and Abe Lincoln working together. So
Okay, that's pretty cool. I might be changing my.
Cool. Weird.
I did not get this
Apparently.
evidence earlier.
So in 1957, our girl Mary Ann, she was visited by Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc told her that she
Right.
helped George Washington during the Revolutionary War and Abe Lincoln win the Civil War. So they have a bunch of things going on with that. There are a bunch of flags that are at half staff behind like these statues too, specifically not to honor the war dead, but in memory of America's aborted fetuses. So there's some like really weird stuff out like just at that place. There she had like the Virgin Mary tell her how to like design some of the things. Or same thing like the Archangel Michael has come to and people have done all that. So she has like depictions of like a kneeling family with a Cocker Spaniel praying to a statue of Jesus on the fireplace. Behind them, that's where like the picture of like Satan getting attacked or whatever is on there. And there's also on like another wall nearby, like a mushroom cloud that just says the choice is yours on it too. So-
Interesting.
Don't be late.
Wait, did he tell us what he thought then?
No.
No.
Oh,
Jason, what do you think?
I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of
So,
weird missing
yes or no?
details here.
Do you believe her or not?
I do not.
I didn't want to get
All
into
that, and he
I didn't
doesn't
want to
believe-
get into the even more crazy stuff.
What do you think? This is your story, Ty. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't believe that bitch. I don't fucking believe it. That's like I
So you just wasted all of our lives for the last 20 minutes for something
Here's-
that none of us believed
It
in.
was believable until about halfway through.
yeah. I mean, like you said, ghost stories and that kind of stuff. I think this is about as believable as like Helen Keller. Helen Keller wasn't fucking real either.
But we went to her house.
We went to Anne Frank's house.
Frank's house.
Why do I get them mixed up?
I don't know why I
You
get
had to
them
read
mixed
one
up.
of those books right after the
This
other.
isn't what you
Wait,
think.
Oh.